Hola, buenos noches. This is Lisa Marie. ¿Cómo estás? I'm decided to do a Saturday Night Live in Sapelo, Georgia. So I hope everybody is well. So yes, y'all, my final reflections for the day. Definitely reflections have changed in a good way. So yeah, I just wanted to see who would be on. I know it's Saturday night, and I know y'all got such a magnificent life that you wouldn't be in the house like me. But I am in the house and I'm very excited to be here. I love it. I had a beautiful day and I wanted to share it and just share everything. I know one thing for sure is that when you go to YouTube and you look up Sapelo, you find some videos and mostly they're about the preserving of the culture, what's going on, things of that nature. And I know you don't really find somebody like kind of like vlogging from Sapelo in the moment and just talking about their amazing experience. So I'm just so glad. Remember y'all, I had said to y'all, my dream was to be able to to be like a part of the history as far as like the documenting of it. And I feel like I'm definitely doing that. And that we can look back and somebody else will be like, oh my God, I never thought about going to the Wallow Lodge. And I would love to do that. So yeah, so I'm staying at so Sapelo. I just want to say for those that may be watching this for the first time or and just happen upon it, I wanted to say first, my name is Lisa Marie, and I'm a travel vlogger now, but actually it's not it's all the same. It's traveling within ourselves. I'm here to document my own life, but also help other women in a sense live their best spiritual life because I believe that it's all a spiritual journey. This is truly a spiritual journey, and I know it. So when you see videos of mine, look at it that way, that while she's going through her process, she's feeling in the moment and she's expressing those feelings. Rather than get mad about what I say or try to censor what I say or tell me I shouldn't feel a way, let me, or you're going to have to allow me to feel my way because you're getting a true account of all my emotions. And I am definitely have emotions. And I just thought about it. Wait a second. We are out of Leo and we are now in Virgo. So it's funny because I'm feeling, are we out of Virgo yet? Yes, I'm feeling very, very grounded. And I think that and wonderful to go into the Virgo season, as in Sapelo, because this is a very grounded place. So tonight is Saturday night, and so what they do, so remember Wednesday night, they do a community gathering where they have a community potluck. And I did that, and that was really wonderful. Well, Saturday night, they kind of do another community gathering. Instead of doing it, before they did it in the Tro, which is the bar, like they call it the juke joint. But now they're actually having like a fish fry. Yeah, a fish fry. And it's wonderful. Now, the mosquitoes are so dang fierce. I mean, you could see them. They're like all over. You can't stand out there a minute. For all of the days I've been here, and I got here since Monday, I've been wearing a scarf on my head, a hat on my head, that damn funky sweatshirt that I'm gonna wash out tonight, pants, socks, my sandals or sneakers, sometimes pants. I was trying to wear long dresses. You have to cover up. And even when you do, the mosquitoes will find you and still get you. So it is definitely the challenge was, for me was getting through the mosquito, but I figured out how they do it here. Even though now they outside at the so-called, I say picnic table, and I know that's a loaded word. Some people say it's, derogatory, and it was the word used when the slave master wanted to pick a Nigger, I guess to perform or dance. And some people say that's not true. So I'm just gonna say picnic for, because that's what I hear them call it. And they're at the picnic table, and they are fish frying, but it's mosquito down. So everybody getting their spray. Just know that the locals do be bug spraying. Let me tell you. So just so so you don't think, oh my God, it's me, and they're gonna think like, oh my God. It's not like when I seen like in the Caribbean where I've been, where when the locals seem like they're not getting as bit as much as you are. But clearly here, the locals are getting bit as well. You probably get it worse, but they're getting it as well. So tonight was the first night I was like, you know what? I'm so tired of the hat, the scarf, and all the clothes. because the weather is warm and it's beautiful. And I wanted to come out and, not wear that, like show my hair. I even took out my little twist because I'm getting my hair done on Tuesday and I come back on Monday. And I wanted to, just be a girl. But I went out there and I was like, oh, is they out now? So I'm sharing that with you. But I want to say it doesn't take away from the folks. And I know what they do here. So we were after I went pea picking today. They laughed at me. I was probably out there for 15 minutes, honey. Our ancestors did something that sun. That sun was beaming. That sun was beaming. I could have did an hour. Let me just tell you what I probably was a little afraid of because it wasn't like I could take the sun. I was sweating bullets. It was hot as a mother. But what I was, my mind was more like, oh my God, what about the mosquitoes? They was like, no, the hottest time of day is the best time. The mosquitoes, they ain't really out. It's hot, not really. And that you could take it. But my mind kept thinking mosquitoes. And then we like all in the bush. And then I know there's deer around, a lot of deer because I've seen them. So my mind was thinking, oh my God, what if I get a tick? So my citified self was too focused on that I might get bit by the mosquitoes because sometimes you're getting bit and you don't even know it. And then like a little later on, you realize you got bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think I could have stayed out there for an hour. They stayed out an hour. They said I made 10 minutes. I thought it was at least 15. I like to say it was 30, but I'm sure it's not. But it was fun. It was beautiful. It was like, this is where your peas come from. Remember, it's the red pea. It's the small pea. And that pea is very important to the Sapelo residents because it is the pea that they brought back the seed from Africa when they were imported, when they were known they were getting enslaved. Africans were very smart. They knew to grab seeds, okra seeds in some places. Here's the red peas. Uh, and it's really actually a beautiful tradition. So they do sell the peas, and I will buy some and bring it back. They sell the peas. They also harvest sugar cane here, and they're going to make their own syrup, as well as their own kind of a honey but with the sugar cane, so to speak. So, but they're using the sugar cane, and it's a beautiful. They have herbs here, like I said, something called life everlasting, another herb called mullein or mullein. You've seen it before, and there's some other herbs. It's another yapan or yapon. I look at it again. It's more like a green black tea kind of herb, but it's all of it is very medicinal, and the people have been using it forever. And I have the life everlasting. I have the mullein. I have some red beans. I don't have the package. I'm gonna buy a package. Hopefully I can get it tomorrow. And also I want to buy. So there's a beautiful woman. I want to tell you this. Like when my sister first told me, she was right on. She was like, I think Miss Cornelia Walker Bailey called your spirit here because like how did I get here, right? I keep saying, and I know that she did because what we did, okay, Tony was on screen earlier. If you remember, his name, the guy named Tony. He's like the wilderness guy, but he's been coming up to Sapelo for 20 years. And in 20 years, he still is considered an outsider. They're a very close knit community. And they don't trust a lot of people, and that's rightfully so, because they've been hurt, as they said, you know. And some of them have been hurt, they feel like, from by each other as well. So the trust maybe is not always there. So they're not too, like I said, they don't take too kindly to outsiders unless you prove yourself wrong or, you got to do something. And so it's a privilege to be able to go to somebody's house. If you came here as a visitor, you may not be able, you might go to one person's house, but you ain't going to be, all the doors might not be open. They want to know who you are, who your kinfolk, who you're related to. So the idea of you being really welcomed in, you're going to be welcome because you're going to stay at this lodge, but you're not going to be able to go and do a lot of the stuff that I've been able to do because Tony, who's been here for 20 years, got to do. He's a photographer, but he just was allowed to take pictures of the people. People talk, I've been watching you for years before I even talk to you because they don't know why people hear and what they want. And he comes and contribute. He cleans the cemetery. He helps them build stuff. He moves things. He contributes and asks for nothing, and they trust him. So he's true. He said, I want you to tell your YouTubers they ain't gonna get this experience. Don't let them be thinking they're gonna get this experience when they come. It's all about being introduced to the community. And then, so today, so anyway, he says, okay, we had to go because a brother here that needed his car, his tire, flat. So first of all, they taught me how to change a tire. And like, girl, you're gonna learn some things. I was like, okay. So they taught me how to change a tire, which was very nice, like to know that skill. And then we drove. He said, oh, they said everybody's at Miss Layla's house. First woman that I really met, y'all, like I got to sit with. And Miss Layla is a matriarch for sure. All kinds of food in the kitchen. I mean, you think it was Thanksgiving the way we would call it, corn and ribs, and I ain't eat none of that, and rice and greens, and my God, so much food, and just a massive amount of food. And so I saw the corn. I said, she said, you don't want no chicken? And chicken? And I was like, no, ma'am. And she said, I said, but she said, well, I said, oh, I don't eat meat. She said, well, I got some corn. So I took the corn, and I looked at it, and I swear to God, I think, now I don't know for sure, but I think they cooked the corn in the pork water. Like I'm just gonna call it pork water, because it just tasted like pork and it had another color to it. So I tasted and I said, oh my God, I think this is pork. Y'all, I'm a vegan, for those that don't know. So I didn't get to finish all the corn. Okay, I didn't eat the corn, but I did take it with me because I don't want nobody to think that, God dang it, like how strict are you? But when we walk up to the porch, so we walk up to the porch, and the porch is screened in. So that help you with, you can congregate all day with your peoples, your family, your friends, because most of the porches are screened in, and that's where most people do their activities. So but we approached the porch, and oh my God, all these men folk I call, I mean everybody, they loud, they funny, they drinking, they hilarious, they Southerners, they Georgia, they Sapelo. Now a lot of folks, keep in mind, they either live on the mainland and they got a house here, so or some commute to work and then they come back here. You understand? So a lot of them go work in the city but actually live here. Some only come on the weekends, but they all are from here. And I met Mrs. Cornelia Walker's, I'm sorry, Bailey, other son, and she sounded like he was describing his mother. His mother was just like me. The too black, too strong that I thought that I might be, she make me look like I'm in kindergarten with my black and my strong. I mean, he said things like, when he would go to school, like she would be in there all the time, be like, my children don't stand up to pledge no allegiance to no flag, like the same way I grew up. My mother said we didn't have to do that, or they would throw all this white history down his throat. She said, look, this was a black child and that was a white one, and my child know his history, so he don't need to learn this part. I mean, it was just her fire, her tenacity, her strength. Like I feel it tremendously. Another thing too is like the conversations, the fun, the joking. You don't put a camera to people's face. You don't put a mic. Like I said, I don't think they expect that from me. And I kept thinking that, while I'm black, like I want to be treated like, like I'm an insider instead of outsider. But in a way, that is me being treated like an insider. They don't. They gave interviews to other folks because that's what they're here for, and they go home. I'm here and I'm part of the community, and when you're part of the community, they don't expect me to pull out no camera. I don't right now. They want to know me, and I wanted to know them. Today was the first time that I was fully here and present with what I call my folks. That's what I call them, my folks. And it was beautiful, laughing. They joke with you. They get on you. It's the most. It was a beautiful, amazing day, and the door was closed, so no mosquitoes. There was lots of people there, and it was the sister, the matriarch, and she feeds everybody. And she said something. She said, I remember when I first got this trailer. It's beautiful, and she said, and y'all remember, and now look at it now. And she said the reason why I want people over and to share it, because if people can come over, then they actually might feel like it's theirs. And if they can feel like it's theirs, they might actually want to keep it. She said, because I'm not going to live forever. And when I die, I don't want this to go. And it might go if nobody felt kin to, if nobody was like, oh my God, all the times we had at Miss Layla's house. And remembering that would make them want to to make sure that the house stays and that the land stays. So if you don't invite people over and share what you got, when you go, it goes. But if people could remember that they were there, And I remember something else another brother said, Richard, he said to me, I remember this, he got the Gullah, now he's Gullah Geechee, like the accent and everything. And he says, yeah, that's right, you a nunna. I said, a nunna? I said, what's a nunna? Don't have none, no, don't have none, don't want none, don't ask for none, don't receive none. And I was like, he don't even know me. Why he said that? You got to stop being a nunna. A nunna. I said, a nunna. He said, yeah, a nunna. Don't ask for none, don't receive none. And that's a nunna. So if you better start asking for something, you better start asking for what you want if you want to receive it. I mean, this wasn't even today. This was yesterday. He was sitting out by himself with another brother, and he was drinking a little bit. So he felt it was like a nana, and like this just I mean, like he was reading me like somewhere you ain't asking for what you want. No, okay. He said you don't ask for none, so you don't get none. I said, oh, thank you. He said, you heard me? I said, yes, sir. You don't ask for none, you don't get none. I wanted to say, how you know this? Like, you know this about me? Like, how you know I ain't asking for none? But like, that's the kind of like wisdom and stuff that I was getting and the things that they were saying. But even though Miss Cornelia Bailey is not alive or with us, she is alive and well on the island. I learned a lot about her through her son and the way they grew up and who they are and the strength in their Africanness. And not everybody feel that way. I mean, there's people here that feel like we're all one and no matter what color and the whole bit. But her children, they knew who they were and they know who they are. And that was dope, y'all. That was super dope. If you feeling this, please thumbs. I got 30 people watching. I got 4 thumbs up. Only reason I'm saying please thumbs up makes me know that I know sometimes you listen so intently, but you got to give something for this. And I'm just saying thumbs it up if you feeling it. Thumbs it up if you hearing it. Thumbs it up if you feel me and feel the ancestors. I was called. Thank you. I appreciate that, ladies. I know I was called. This ain't the easiest place to get into, and it's not because it's full. And I'll just say that is because it's different. Miss Cornelia Bailey is deceased now, and so things run a little differently. She was a sharp woman, and I just feel her presence. Feel it all in the house. I feel it outside. I thank goodness for Tony and his woman for including me in so many because it's true. The experience is different. It's not just you gonna sit on the porch all day and people don't know you, so they might not. They'll say hi, but that's gonna be about it. I got to go to many houses, and the night ain't even over. They said, I told them when I can't do the bug thing. I was like, listen, y'all. Tired of the scarf, the hat, the clothes, and all the stuff. And even if I do put on that, they still gonna get you. I said, when you're finding whoever house you're going in, because I know you're somebody's house, they're gonna take this to somebody's screened-in porch, or maybe they'll take it to the little bar they got over there. Knock on the door, and I'll go back out. But I should like be patient when you travel. I am teaching a traveling mentally, physically, and spiritually preparing yourself. And I didn't really know. Every time I tell you about a course, every time I tell you about a course, the name comes from the divine. The name comes from the ancestors. The name comes from spirit. And then the spirit always puts me in situations where I understand now what the course is about. And they say preparing yourself for long-term or short-term travel, whether you want to live, whether you want to travel, whether you want to stay, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. And I understand all of it. The way your body on the physical level switches. I thought it was just getting healthy so you can travel, but no, it's what your body's going to go through, your mind. It's all these shifts, and they kind of got to happen so differently. And the idea, like I said earlier, of the culture shock, you don't know what the culture shock is going to be for you. You have no idea what the culture shock will be. That's the one thing, like I said, I felt less culture shock, believe it or not, in the DR and more culture shock here, when these people are more like me. But it was have you ever been in a place, like I was sitting on the front porch, with screening porch with the Miss Layla and the rest of them, and you knew at the moment, I was listening. I was listening to the stories, the advice, the wisdom, because they was giving it all. And you knew that you were in the most special place, that you knew that something right now was happening that may not happen for a lot of people, that you were being privy to something very ancient and something very real. I felt that, and I knew where I was, and I knew that it was a gift, and I was blessed to sit with them, that I was blessed to be a part, and it's very emotional. Like you don't know, you could just step foot on Sapelo Island, and even they say other people from other islands, like I said, Jekyll, St. Simons, Sea Island, all the other ones, they sit there and say, "Wow, this is how our island used to be." And I know that Sapelo's gonna make it. I see the strength of the people when I see them, and I came together with them, And all they got to do is get out each other's way and forgive each other and love each other, and they will prevail. And I think the only thing that ever stops black folks from, I mean, the thing that maybe prevents us from keeping our land or whatever else, our communities, is unity. That unification is so important, and when we don't have it, it's going to destroy a community. And it's also letting go of grudges and releasing. That's what I can say to the younger generation. And let me just say this. Every time I told them how I said I'm 52, they said, you a baby. You a baby. Don't y'all know how long I waited to get to 50? Because everybody, when I was 40, the elders said I was a baby. When I was 30, I was a baby. I'm 52, I'm still a baby. They said, you ain't in your 60s, you a baby. So I listen to that and I just say, but the babies, because one of the sons, he's actually 50, so the babies, you know, have some ideas, and the babies need to be heard, and the elders as well. And I could feel Miss Cornelia Walker Bailey, because I love it. They be like, no, I'm a Walker. No, I'm a Bailey. They love to do their little thing, or who they are. And we all laugh too. They always talking about how they was almost dating their cousin, because it's. So you hear, but a lot of them are actually in the mainland, Darien and Brunswick. So it's still a bunch of Gullas up in Darien and Brunswick. And so you still could be dating your cousin, so you definitely have to check that out. And because that's what happens when you all live in the same place and it's kind of a tight-knit community. I learned a lot, and I'll share a lot of that, like I said, with my Patreon. If you want to support my efforts to find us, and especially something like this, I realize this is special. Like, how many people go to Sapelo Island, and how many people get to sit with the folks and learn so much. How many people, I mean, you might go to the Sea Islands and you might go to South Carolina, but how many people go to Sapelo, Georgia, North Carolina? I'm sorry, Georgia. You get to see, this is pretty amazing. And I just keep finding these places, so I keep thanks. If you want to support me, because you can do PayPal, you can be a Patreon member. So Patreon is like a membership group. You decide on what you want to pay each month. Starting in September, I'm going to have levels of different things that each person gets. Each pledge amount gets. But for now, you can pledge anything. And I'm sharing a lot of stuff on Patreon that I won't share here, and especially about Sapelo. And that's just out of plain old respect. And you get to see me grow in my videos. My videos go from all these different levels. And but I'm really, really excited about my next intensive. It's still $77, and it's 21 days. It's one day you can support and you're getting something. And we meet 3 times a week, live videos, and they are going to be on how to do this traveling and understand it from another perspective. I kept saying, nobody, every blog I watch, I know it'd be young women. Maybe I'm watching young ladies, black women. I never heard about the shifting, or where they body react, or like some people say, you might bleed more if you're younger. You might go through menopausal symptoms that you don't even know that you're going through. There's all these physical and spiritual and mental, and you got to shift, and nobody's showing you how to do it so that you could actually get the most out of the experience, because it's all divinely guided. So if you want to just donate because you feel and everything, and you like what I'm bringing you, you can go to my PayPal or Cash App. Cash App is all in the description box. Rosa Nega. It's Rosa, I don't know, what is it? I'll leave it. I'll leave everything in the description box. Or you can just PayPal me, which always is great. Or you can join the Patreon and actually get some videos that's not up on this channel, that won't be in public. Or you can, like I said, you can join the intensive and really get that really attention, where you got a workbook, you're working through questions, and you're getting closer to what you want. But just for now, I just want to thank you for all your support, always loving me, allowing me to feel what I feel and go through what I go through, and not make me feel like I'm doing wrong or I'm spoiled or whatever. They laugh at me, like they talk about the way I dress. They be like, this girl's like the goddamn runway. The runway, like, oh my God, I feel like I look like Grandma Moses. But you know what? That's not a rap. When I think of the Black Moses, I think of Harriet Tubman, and a truly divine woman. And even though did not get to meet her, I'm in the house that her husband and her sons built, the lodge. So you're telling, it's called Wallow. I'll make sure, I know I said I'll put in the description box, I haven't, but I will. But just in case, write it down. W-A, I'm like them. Description box, they be like, write it down. WALLOW Lodge, LODGE. This is how they do it. They ain't got no time to be waiting for you to record it or to put it on your phone. Write it down. WALLOW and then Lodge, LODGE. Sapelo, SAPELO, Georgia. You want to stay there. There are other bed and breakfasts. There's other people. Actually, there's people that's renting out cottages if you want that. But you want to make sure you're getting us because not all of us is not here. Price I paid and it wasn't much a night, and it's the best price on the island. And I think you'll have a real rich experience because you'll be around the on Patreon. You want if you decide to donate to my Patreon, I can show. I got a video that I'm going to put up when I get home that you can see, and it feels amazing. So let's see who's on tonight. Hey, Angela A is real. Hey, Felicia. Hey, M Love. Peace, love, and light. Beautiful says, hey, Asia. Hey, Lakeisha. Thank you, too, for all the love. You are a beautiful over 50 traveling vlogger. Thank you. Hashtag Blackberry Beauty. Hey, Jesus. Hey, Candy. Karen says, I love you, Auntie Lisa. I'm so happy and proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please hit the button, that like button and bell to right straight the button and bell to receive the updates on Lisa's travels. Thank you, Karen. Hashtag Blackberry Beauty. Tamwani, hey girl, amazing experiences. Thank you. Taste of Jamaica. What fruits have you been enjoying? So let's talk about the food because a lot of you asked that. I think that's a great question. Hold on one second. I'll get to that Taste of Jamaica. Hey, Shirley, senior host, Sir Host says, do you think you will visit the island on which Queen Quet resides? I would love to. That's in South Carolina. And I would love to. Oh, Karen put up the Patreon to donate to my PayPal, the Cash App where you can get in touch with me, and my website. I love you, Karen. My mailing list, if you want to sign up, please sign up for the mailing list. Karen, I love you, darling. Shirley says, I saw strength in the child who said he had a YouTube channel. He is the number one bar. I got to tell you, I got to tell so much, y'all. Hey, Yapa. Hey, she says, Lisa. Hey, Miss Calamar, Goddess, and Butterfly. Hey, sis, to you, too. Yes. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Beverly. Looking forward to the videos. Videos are just dope. Oh, they looking for me. Oh, no, I'm YouTube. Y'all, I just want to say thank you for being patient with me